What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Or welcome if this is your first time here. I read a comment about an hour and a half ago on my last video, the video that I uploaded before this video. And the comment really got my attention because it shows what I think that a lot of people are probably feeling right now, and that is prepper burnout. The comment was posted by Pray for Peace, and it says, "Is anyone sick of prepping? I've been making lists, crossing them off, next list, store and category list. I do nothing else. I think about the end too much." And I think that a lot of people are probably feeling that right now because a lot of people have been prepping pretty consistently here for the last year or so, I think, because a lot of people see what is coming and what she or he is experiencing is prepper burnout. It happens to the best of us. It's happened to me a couple of times, and it is definitely a serious condition right now, considering where things are at and where things are going. There's going to be a lot of changes happening very rapidly, and I think in 6 months you're going to see a huge 6 to 8 months we're going to start seeing a huge die-off. And it's going to be because of some of the things that's going on right now. I can't say what that is on YouTube. However, suffice it to say, it's going to be a huge die-off. I think in 6 to 8 months it's going to start. And they will blame it on something that isn't what actually caused it. And it's going to cause a lot of things that are going to be going on. And it's going to be the end of the world as we know it. So right now, having prepper burnout is definitely not a good thing, because you don't want to burn out and stop prepping, because you're going to need those preps, in my opinion, very, very soon, because it's about to hit the fan, guys. I think there's lots of people way smarter than I am that says that there's going to be a huge die-off in 6 to 8 months. And when a huge die-off, I'm talking half the population of the earth or more. It is a serious situation, guys. Some people might think I'm crazy. However, I've done a lot of research on this, and like I said, people way smarter than I am have been saying the same thing. So it's definitely not a good time to get prepper burnout. Now, guys, prepping, a lot of people I've saw, and I've learned myself, because I've done the same thing before too. I looked at it as something that had to be done. And it does have to be done in order to survive. You have to get those preps set back. You have to get your infrastructure built. But it is easy to look at that as drudgery, when it should not be looked at that way. Try to look at prepping as being challenge, a fun challenge. Try to look at it as being something that keeps you healthy, something that keeps you interested, something that is fun. Because, guys, a lot of the things that we do for prepping is fun. You know, like, say, for example, raising chickens. People does that as a hobby. It's a fun hobby. Take, for example, raising a garden. How many people garden, and it is a hobby that people like to do? How many people likes to have firearms? How many people likes to go shooting? How many people likes to hunt, trap? These are all things that make up prepping, skills that make up prepping, things that make up prepping. Prepping isn't just one thing. Prepping is a combination of many different things that come together to make you more prepared. But a lot of the things, just about all the things actually, that come together to make a prepper, all the skills and interest, most people do for fun. I think the thing is, though, with prepping, we try to do so many different things that it becomes overwhelming to most people. And try not to look at it that way. Try to look at it as a fun challenge. Just like, for example, you know, food storage. People push back food storage, and that is great. You need to put back food storage. However, it should not be looked at as a waste of time. It should not be looked at as drudgery. It should be looked upon as fun, because you are saving money. That's always great, because it's going to be more expensive a year from now, if you can even get food a year from now. It's going to be more expensive, and it's going to be more difficult to get, and you're just buying it now. You have to eat, so you're not going to waste your money. The biggest mistake I see a lot of preppers make is they think that their food storage is something they just put back in a closet somewhere in a spare bedroom and forget about it. Don't do that, guys. That's a huge mistake. You need to build that stockpile, and then you need to start using that stockpile and replacing as you can with fresh food. You have to eat, so you're not wasting your money. No matter what you do, if you use that food, you're not wasting your money because you and your family have to eat. You're just buying it now in bulk and putting it back, and then you're going to start using that and replacing that on a first in, first out basis. And try to look at prepping as fun. Look at home security, for example. You want to be able to make your home as secure as possible. Look at it as a challenge. Look at it as a fun hobby that you're going to look at your home, you're going to see just how secure that you can make that. What can you do to make that home more secure? Can you put in stronger doors, stronger locks? Can you put in security system? Can you put in cameras? Can you get trained security dogs? Everything you can do should be fun. Everything you do prep-wise should be fun. Make it into a challenge. Can you learn how to set snares and deadfalls? People does that for fun. And it is fun once you get into it. You learn these new skills, you put these skills into action, and you retain those once you do that. And it's fun. Don't look at prepping as drudgery. Don't look at it as overwhelming with all these other things that you have to do. There's many different categories that make up prepping. Try to look at each category at a time. Another thing you can do is to really look down deep at your skill level. What skills are you the weakest in? What is your weakest? What do you know the least amount about? What is the least skill set that you have when it comes to prepping? It could be gardening, it could be medical, it could be firearms, it could be trapping, it could be foraging for wild foods. It could be several different things that you're lacking in, and you need to figure out which one you're lacking in the most and start training on that one, start learning on that one, start perfecting that skill. So perfect that skill to where you think you are proficient, move on to the next skill. Don't think that you have to do everything all at once. Granted, the more you can do, the better off you are, because time is definitely running out. But if you go just skipping here and there, trying to learn these different skills and do these different things, you never get nothing completed. So it's best to take each section and complete that as you go along. Take gardening, for instance. If your gardening skills are what's lacking in your skill set, then right now is a great time to start perfecting that, because it is getting springtime and it's getting time to start planting. If you can't plant a big garden, plant some containers. Learn how to grow a few different plants. Do what you can to build your gardening skill. You can't just take seeds and throw those out in the yard and expect those to grow and to harvest those and to have a big feast at the end of the season. You have to practice, you have to learn, get a good book and actually plant those seeds, actually tend those, help those to grow, nurture those seeds, and let those seeds grow into mature plants and harvest those. That's the only way to learn, is to practice. Right now is a great time to start gardening if you haven't already. Don't get frustrated. Don't get prepper burnout. Stay the course. Look at your own preps. See where you're lacking at and work on each section at a time. Food storage first. That should always be an ongoing project, is to keep that food storage built up and to keep that food storage as full and as plentiful as you possibly can. But after that, your other skills and your other supply caches should be looked at as separate entities. Complete each one as you go along, and then you can go back and start over again. Keep moving, keep going, but if you focus on too many different things at once, it gets frustrating and it's hard to keep your mind focused on what you need to do when you're focusing on so many things at the same time. Break it down, look at it as fun, look at it as a challenge, because like I said at the start of the video, everything that prepping consists of, firearms, hunting, trapping, gardening, the different things, the different categories of prepping are all looked at by other people as hobbies when they're looked at separately. However, preppers have so many things to learn that it gets frustrating and overwhelming, and prepper burnout can actually set in. But anyway, guys, enjoyed the video. Get a big thumbs up. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'm the Creekmore out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully.